All right, so here's how you do that in the back end of WordPress. So the question is, what's a solution for rendering black and extra large out of stock? Okay. So it says, whenever I have a variation with both color and size, and we've sold out of black extra large only. Okay. So there's small, medium, large, extra large, black, blue, gray, green, and white. Okay. So let's go over here and look at these. The first thing is you need to make sure that this right here is toggled correctly. Because once you open up the variation tab in here, let's just open one of them. You have this option right here as well. Okay? So this is black and small. Do we need to manage this stock at an individual level? Well, are you drop shipping these or are you printing these yourself? If you're printing them yourself, then you need to know. So what is your stock once you figure out how many black, small shirts you have? Okay, we have 15 remaining black smalls. Okay? And then for the next one, you go down and you say, okay, how many black mediums? We need to manage that on a medium black shirt level. So we're going to say, well, we've already sold a bunch of those and we only have 5 left. Okay. So if you untick manage stock on an individual product level, that's what toggles that back and forth. Remember, this part over here, if I tick this off right here, that says how many products do I have at the overall product level. So I can put a number in here, but it's not going to be the really right number. I don't want to put that in here. Because on a bigger scale, how many of these shirts are there? Well, there's black, blue, gray, green, white, XL, large, medium, small. There's all kinds of shirts in here. Right? You see what I'm saying? So every one of these shirts here that every one of these models are wearing, you know, all of these shirts are, in this case, it's a drop shipper. Okay? But over on this end, if you've only printed so many of them, then you go under the Variations tab and open up each one individually. So I know that we have green and large. Well, I need to manage how many large green shirts we have. You know, if you're getting these printed independently in and of themselves, and you got your, you know, Girl Scout troop or your event coming up, and you've only printed, you know, you've ordered these directly from the shirt printer. So you ordered green, and you ordered 10 in a large size. Okay? So that's where you put in the stock level. Now, understand on the front end, because let's go back to the original question here. It said, regarding variations, t-shirts with both color and size. On a shirt, we have a small, medium, large, extra large variation. We've sold out of the black extra large. Now, here's the deal. Black is only going to disappear once every one of these have been sold out. Okay? So if you have, let's go back to the black. So if you have 5 smalls, 3 mediums, you've sold out of all the large, and you have, let's say you've sold out of the extra large as well. All you have left is black, and they're in medium and small. Now, whether you have variation swatches or whether you have drop downs or radio buttons, the black option right here will never disappear until and unless all of these are gone. They need to be completely and totally sold out. Okay? They need to be completely and totally gone. XL will stay up there all the time. If you have so much as one white, you can sell out of every green, sell out of every gray, sell out of every blue, and sell out of every black. But if you have one white shirt left, then this variation, be it a radio, be it variation swatches, or be it the drop down, that's still going to show. Let me go back in this side and take some of these out. Okay, so I've gone back in here. I know I didn't do it in on the video, but I've gone through here and put all of the stock quantity to 0 for all of the black shirts. Okay, so here's how that looks on the front end. So it's now showing black is out of stock, and it's grayed out, and it looks confusing when it's next to the gray color. But stay focused. This is the part right here that you need to look at. So you can select blue, you can select gray, green, white, XL, large, medium, small. But that part right there is going to be continually grayed out, no matter what. If I did that for the blue, if I did it for the green or the white, any of them, they're all going to be continually grayed out so that they can't order them. Okay, and if you want, here's the other hidden gem that, you know, I think a lot of folks miss, is that you can always turn this on and off. Okay, if I click save right there, and I go over here and reload this page, oh, I didn't put all the, I'm not pushing pause again. But once you set all of your inventory, okay, that will also show up on this end as well. Does that make sense? So you can have, if I set the inventory for green and large, actually let me go do that one real quick for you. Green and large, let's say 84. So there's 84 green and large. Okay. So now we've got green and large that we have set to 84. So there's your stock notification, and don't forget that this box still exists. And you can always give the customer a little bit more information, which is great, to let them know about your product. Don't ever forget that box. Really a great way to increase the engagement with the customer. The other thing is, do you want to allow back orders? Okay, let's go back to this black small. Okay, let's go back to that part right there real quick. Here's a great write-up from Cone Snyder talking about this right here. But it's always right over here. Okay, so you can allow. So I'm managing the stock, I'm allowing a back order, and my stock quantity is now 0. Okay. So what does that look like on the front end for the customer? Let's reload this real quick. And wait, it's still grayed out. But which one is it grayed out on? Oh, it's still available for black and small. But look what happens to these when I select it. The black small is now available, and the other sizes are now grayed out. That makes sense? So there's, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 86, 27,000 different options there that control what Gavin was asking about there. You know, about the how do you show those as being out of stock? Well, are they out of stock? Are you allowing back orders? Are they out of stock across the board? You know, there's a lot of different aspects there. But the point is, crack each one open and look in there. That way you can see what all is happening on each one. Of course, well, let me say this again. If you have if you're drop shipping shirts, then none of this applies. But of course, if you have the single shirts ordered, then you want to manage the stock, put in your stock quantity there, and that's how you do it. All right? Don't forget to save your changes, and you'll see that on the front end of your site. What was that, green and large? That was green. Yep. And of course, you got your notification down there as well. You can always add that part. But now green and large is back in stock. Okay? Hope that helps. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.